I didn't think that was good enough, did you?
I know what you mean. I thought that too.
I don't want you frying any more eggs for Katie either. Give her something simple next time. She's been eating too many eggs recently and I don't think it's good for her. She didn't feel that good before, so I had to take her to class.
What about taking the bus? Is that a good idea or not?
You took her there when she needed to go, so I wanted to do the same too. I want to be just as nice to her as you are. I don't want to let her down in any way. What are you going to be doing today? Spending time doing your thesis? Do you have anything else to do or not?
Does it really matter if I've got things to do? Is any of this your business? I don't think you need to concern yourself with that kind of thing. So what if I did have some free time now? Why are you acting like this? Is there any need for it?
Well, I want to clean the fridge today. It really needs to get done. We need to use bleach too. I want it to be really nice and clean. I've been meaning to do it for so long but never got around to it. Do you think you can do that for me? It would be so nice of you if you could.
You're just gonna stand there and tell me what to do? You think I'm some kind of housemaid? You really think that it's my job to do all of this? Why should I do it? Why can't you?
What's wrong with you? Are you not happy about something today? You don't usually act like this.
I'm being like this because you're expecting me to put aside my thesis and do some housework. I really don't think that's a good reason to neglect my thesis. What do you think? I can't believe you've even suggested it.
You must have some free time to help me out and do a bit of housework. I don't want you leaving it all to me. It might be nice for you too. It'll give you some time to get away from your work and rest your mind.
I do not have time to do what you want me to do. I'm busy and I don't want to do it.
You can't even spare a bit of time? Nothing at all?
No, I need to do some things, including buy a new pair of shoes.
You bought a wallet last month. Do you really need to go shopping again?
That was a wallet. I need something else now. It's getting a bit cold and I want some new shoes to keep my feet warm. I don't want to be getting cold toes this winter. That would be awful.
I wish you didn't have to spend all this money.
Never mind that. When is the housemaid's arm going to be better?
I think it's going to be sometime next week. I'm not sure exactly. Are you going to the library again after lunch? Is that part of your plan?
That's the plan, yes. I need to go and look at some things for my thesis. It's important, so I don't want to miss that too. Come here a moment. I need to do something.
What is it?
Your clothes are folded at the back and they need some adjusting slightly.
Oh, really? Thanks for that. I've sent the money to you. I hope you get it soon.
Thank you for doing that. It's gonna really be a big help for me.
I want to support you as much as I can. I'm going to keep sending you money until you get the job you deserve so much. I can't wait for it to happen. I'm going to be so proud of you when the day finally comes.
How's the shop doing? Is it going okay?
It's going well. It can be slow at times, but I know what I'm doing. I really understand business well, so it's not a big deal for me.
I know you're good at what you do.
How about things at home? Are you eating well? What about Katie? Is she getting along well?
She's doing really well. I'm so proud of her.
Oh, I really miss Katie. Can't wait to see her again. Customers are going to be coming in now, so I have to go.
Okay, Mom, you go and do what you have to do. I can talk to you again another time.
I don't think we need to worry about pregnancy.
What makes you say that?
I just don't think we need to think about it. I think we're going to be fine.
What's going on here? What are you talking about? How can you not be bothered about getting pregnant?
Well, I want to have a child myself, so we don't need to worry about it. If it happens, then it happens.
What do you mean by that?
Why don't we get together? I want it to be official.
I thought that we were going to talk about that kind of thing after I get my doctorate. I want to get that done first.
You've been saying that for a long time now. We've been together for 2 years and you keep on making me wait. I don't want to wait any longer. Why don't you be bold and do what I want you to do?
I really don't know if now is the time, so please don't try to force it.
Can't you leave your wife and family behind and run off with me? I don't want to go on like this, living in secret. Things need to change.
I'm sorry about it. I don't think it's possible.
You fell out of love with your wife a long time ago. Isn't it time to move on and let her go? Ever since she had your daughter, she just hasn't had the time to really care for you. You're not the focus of her attention anymore, and you know that. You're just the biological father and nothing more. If you want to get away from your wife without paying child support, then now is your best chance to do that. You need to take your chance while you have it. We can be together now. Now is our time. You've been telling me over and over again that we can't be together, and I just can't take it anymore. I really need things to change. I can't go on like this.
Why do you want to talk about this now? Why did you have to bring this up?
It's time for you to leave her and be with me. I've had enough of these games. I don't want to go on any longer. I just wanted to let you know that I wanted a child too.
We can think about having a child after we're officially together. I don't want to talk about it before then.
I read in a book that the best way to keep a man is to have a child for him. If you do that, then he won't leave you. A child is a great way to keep you together. It can bind us into a relationship. You know how much I love you, and you know I want to be with you always.
I love you too. We were meant to be together.
Now is the time for you to prove it to me. You need to prove your love.
I just don't know when I'm going to get my doctorate, and I don't know when I'm going to get the job I want. I don't feel so secure right now, and I don't want to be having a child with you. It's just something that we're going to have to leave for the future. I really worry about what people are going to think if we have a child together. I'm still married to my wife. What will my family think if they find out about all of this? There's going to be so much shame.
Then get a divorce with her and get married to me. What are you waiting for?
I don't think now is the right time. We're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Maybe one more year. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
I'm going to see the doctor this weekend.
The doctor? Why? What are you going to talk about?
I am going to talk about getting pregnant. I really want it to happen soon, so I'm going to get some advice.
Are you being serious about all of this? Now is not the right time.
Let's go together. I want you there by my side. You're going to be the dad.
I can't come with you. I have to take Katie to see her grandparents.
That isn't good enough reason. I want to have a child as soon as possible.
I think it might be better if we broke up.
What? What do you mean by that?
I don't want to have a child with you. I don't want to go that far. If that's what you want, then maybe we should call it a day and move on. You can find someone else.
You can't mean this. I don't want anyone else. I want you and you only.
If you really love me, then you'd be happy to wait longer for me to be ready. If things keep going on like this, then I'm going to fall out of love with you. I can't deal with the stress and pressure.
I told you I wanted a child and then you threatened to break up with me. Now you want me to wait for you? Why would I believe what you're saying? You don't even seem to care about me at all.
If you're not prepared to wait for me, then we're going to have to break up. There's no other option.
Do you really love me, or is this all a game to you?
If I'm honest, I don't really know. I don't know how I feel.
Seriously? Is that how you feel?
I had a child with my wife, and now the relationship has gone sour. It happens, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I want us to have a child, too.
Are you not going to come with us?
You'll have to go on your own this time. Sorry about that.
Dad, let's go together. Mom has to go to work.
I have to do the washing and clean the house, then I have to go to work. If you go now, then that might be a better plan. What do you think? I don't recognize this number. It must be something to do with you. You hurry up and go. I'll deal with this.
Bye, Mom.
Hello? It's June here. How can I help you? Yes, it's me. You've got the right number, and that's my husband. You're right about that.
I think I'm at the entrance to your apartment complex.
How did you know where we live? How did you find out about that?
If you come and meet me now, then I can tell you all about it. I know some things about your husband. Aren't you curious to find out what they are? I knew I would find you here.
How did you know where we lived?
Your husband told me, that's how I know.
What is going on here? What is this girl talking about?
Didn't he tell you anything about it?
Why did you come here?
I came here because I wanted to talk to you.
What did you want to tell me? What is the purpose of all this?
What's the purpose of all this? You want to know what I want to talk to you about? Are you going to believe me if I tell you? Do you believe David? Does he always tell you the truth?
What are you talking about here?
He's your husband and he's the father of your child. I'm asking you if you believe him and what he says to you.
What are you doing here, and why are you asking me these questions? Don't you think it's a little bit strange? I don't even know you. How did you learn about me?
I know you. I know you're David's wife. I know all about you. Why won't you answer my question? Do you believe him or not? Is he honest to you?
Why do I need to answer? Why are you even here?
Please be a bit nicer to me. You don't need to be so defensive.
What do you expect me to do when a random person like you comes and starts asking me strange questions? What do you expect me to think? This isn't exactly normal, is it? It seems to be that you're a lot younger than me. I really don't think it's acceptable for you to be asking me these kinds of questions. I almost feel like you're trying to insult me here, and I really don't like that. It might be a good idea if you were to stop being rude to me and just get out of here.
You're just going to walk away from this? You don't want to know what happened?
Don't you have something better to do with your time? Why are you here asking me all these questions?
If we have 20 questions and you listen to them all, are you going to understand why I came here?
What do you mean by that?
Did he tell you that he never looked at another woman? Did he tell you that he only had eyes for you? If he told you that he'd never looked at another woman, then would you believe him?
If I didn't believe him, then how could I get through this life? I had to believe him.
Then I don't think you're going to be able to survive.
What are you trying to say to me here? What job do you do anyway? You look like you might work in a club or something like that. You spend a lot of time entertaining men? Is that what you do?
I see him a lot. Several times a week. He really loves me. He has really strong feelings for me. Ah! What did you do that for?
You look like you needed some water.
Do you even know what happened between me and your husband?
I have nothing to say about that.
Talk to me. Give me an answer.
I don't want to know what happened between you and him. I don't want to hear about it. I know you didn't want to do it. You just did it for money.
You think I did it for money? Is that how you're going to console yourself? It isn't true.
That wasn't the case? If it wasn't the case, then I'm sorry about that. I just thought you might be that kind of girl. Certainly it looks that way to me.
What makes you think this?
You've been cheating with someone's husband. Why else would you be doing that? You seem to be just that type of girl. Give me an answer. Do you want me to throw some more water on you?
No, don't do that.
You need to get out of here right now before things get a whole lot worse for you. Did you think you could come here and act stupid and I wouldn't do anything about it? Did you really think you could come here and humiliate me? Was that your plan?
How can you be so unpleasant to me?
Get out of here. Leave!
Dad, Mom's gone to sleep.
I know that. She must be really tired. I called her and she didn't even answer it. I wonder what happened to make her fall into such a deep sleep.
Dad, can you help me with my hair, please?
It's a bit late now, so it's going to be too much trouble for me to help you with your hair. You're just going to have to dry it off and then go to bed. You'll have to sort it out tomorrow. I'll help you then.
Okay, Dad. I understand.
Just go and brush your teeth and then go to bed.
Okay, I'll do that. Good night. I'm going to bed now.
Make sure you brush your teeth. We don't want you getting any problems now, do we?
Don't worry. I can remember to do that.
Okay, that's a good girl. I can help you with your hair tomorrow.
Why do you say that?
Oh my God, I didn't see you there.
Since when?
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you dreaming?
Don't tell me lies. You've been with another girl. I know all about it. You and her have been meeting each other about 4 times a week. When did it start? How long has it been going on for?
How do you know about that? How could you possibly know?
Why are you stumbling over your words? Just get it out and tell me. You must know. How can you be confused? You thought I didn't know about it, didn't you? You thought I wouldn't find out.
I don't know what to say right now.
What if something happens to your job? Are you expecting me to earn all the money for the family?
I thought we were in this together.
Did I marry into the wrong family?
I don't think so.
That girl isn't much older than your daughter, and you've been spending a lot of time with her. You want to ruin your daughter's life? Are you some kind of hypocrite? If I went into your daughter's room now and started talking to her, what would she think? I hope you know what's coming to you. Your whole life is going to get a lot worse than it is now.
Please don't do this. Be nice to me.
You've bought me so many nice things. You always bought me clothes and bags. You bought me shoes and watches. You also paid for my car to be upgraded. You did these things, but you didn't go to work. You wanted me to do it all, and then you were hoping that I wouldn't find out about what you were up to.
I always tried my best to be nice to you.
You thought you could just buy me things and I wouldn't notice you were cheating? I'm surprised that you didn't go crazy over it all.
I was lonely. I didn't know when I was going to get my doctorate. I felt very gloomy.
So you thought you'd go out there and see another woman 4 times a week? Was that what you wanted to do? When did it start? Tell me, please, I really need to know about it.
It started 2 years ago.
Where did you meet? In a bar?
She's the manager of a wine bar that I go to.
That's just as bad. You've really hurt me here.
I'll break up with her.
I don't want it all to be exposed. I don't want people to find out the real you. This is just how men are. You're only being like this now that you've been discovered.
She was just a mistake. I didn't want it to happen at all.
Oh, complete trash. This all sounds like an excuse to me. You met her for 2 years and now you're telling me it was a mistake? I really don't think that was the case.
Please believe me, I'm not lying to you.
Do you know what makes me even more angry? I thought that you were going to the library for 2 years. You were going over to her house in the day to be with her and I didn't even know about it. I was at work making money. You think this was just a mistake? You did it for too long for it to be a mistake. I am going to go to sleep now and then I'll go out tomorrow. I don't want to talk to you about this now. We can talk about it later. Don't make too much noise. I don't want Katie to get disturbed by all this.
You have to forgive me. We have a child together. We need to live here together. We're married and we can't just let it go that easily. Don't you know that? It was just a mistake. You need to accept that.
Do not tell me that this was just a mistake. You didn't just do it once. You did it over and over again. That isn't a mistake. Do you want me to get this reading light and smash it over your head? I suggest that you get out of my room now and don't come back in.
Why aren't you eating and why are you just looking at my face?
Mom?
I want you to eat your breakfast and then go and practice your violin. I know it's Sunday, but that doesn't mean you can just play games. You need to do something more productive than that.
I know you and Dad had an argument. I heard it.
Oh, really? Did you?
Are you going to get a divorce?
No, we're not going to do that.
If you and Dad get a divorce, am I going to go and live with Grandma and Granddad?
Who told you this?
There are 3 people in my class whose parents got divorced. It didn't go well for them.
Really? Is that true?
Some remarried and they really didn't like it. Another person, both the mom and dad got remarried, so they had 4 parents. It made them really crazy and they were crying and angry about it.
You don't want me to get divorced?
You and Dad are both young. If you don't remarry, then Grandma is going to be really upset by it.
I've been thinking about getting a divorce.
You can get a divorce if you want to.
What do you mean by that? I thought you didn't want me to. If it's going to hurt you, then I think it's something we should try to avoid. I don't want to upset you about all this. It can be hard in life sometimes. People upset you and we can't forgive them for it. Your dad and I have had an argument, but I don't want this whole drama to spread to you and hurt you too. If we can't avoid it, then that's what we're going to do. I'll do my best. I don't want to let you down.
You don't need to stay with him just for me. I don't want you to do that. I know he's been a bad person and has been with another woman. If it's too bad for you, then you just do what you have to do.
If you're going to be like this, then
It's going to hurt me even more.
I can go and live with Grandma and Grandpa. I don't mind.
Open the door. Are you going to come and open this? Come and open the door now. Are you just going to say nothing over this?
I'm just going to lie here on the sofa. I don't care about him anymore. He let me down.
Is this true? Did it really happen?
It's true. It's a shock. How can someone be so brazen? I'll never know. This information is causing a real scene among the workers.
The manager has gone on vacation abroad, so we can't contact the manager. How should we get in contact? Someone goes away when something like this happens, and there's really nothing we can do about it. It's all a bit of a shock for me, and I'm sure it is to you too. Who could have imagined that such a thing would take place? I really don't know what to think about it myself. I think it's best if I don't think about it at all.
I don't think we need to get involved with it. We just need to leave it as is.
Has the representative come out of their room yet or not? The representative just came in with some coffee, ready to start a day at work.
What are you talking about? The representative just went for lunch. I saw it with my own eyes.
Really? When? When did that happen?
Is that really important? Do you even need to know that?
I can't believe that I know about this thing. It's really crazy to me.
You don't need to think about it too much. I think we need to be as understanding as we can be. People do all kinds of funny things, and it's not right for us to judge them. We need to have confidence and work together with the representative to do the business tasks.
But did you see the girls that were coming in here? They were so good looking. It was a big chairperson from the TK group.
Oh, you sure about that? Is that true? How does something like that happen? How can there be such violence involving a cheater? I'll never know.
The person who uploaded this to the website seems to be the same person who was cheating. Maybe it's the same person. Do you think she'd do a thing like that? They even put pictures up there of the manager's husband. The person wanted to let the world know about their relationship.
This is just like being stabbed in the heart with a dagger. Must have caused so much pain.
Wait a moment. Let me just make the image a little bit larger. That way I can look at the person's face.
Why do you want to do that?
The girl here is the manager of a wine bar nearby.
Really? Are you sure about that?
This girl's not too old either. She's quite young. She's done really well for herself in life already.
Really? Is that right? Why don't we go and see her for real? Mom, is this meat?
You eat it. I don't want it. You're not my mom, so you can't make me eat the food. Put some other food on it, too. That will make it taste nicer.
Dad, look at this. You really like to eat fried rice. I know that. Do you want to eat some of this?
I'm okay, thanks. I don't want to eat it. You eat it. I've got something here for myself. I don't need you helping me out.
I think the food tastes better if we all eat together. Don't you think so? I'm so happy. I don't want this to ever end, Mom. Are you going to make some more things for us to eat? I hope you can do. That way we can sit here for a bit longer and be happy together.
Crazy man. Look at your daughter now. What is she going to think if we get a divorce? Look at what your child is doing right now. You know why she's being like this, don't you? I'm sat here with you eating food.
Look at our child. If we get divorced, then she's going to be really unhappy. She clearly doesn't want that to happen. We can't get a divorce, and I hope you know that. It's just not going to happen. What is wrong with you, you crazy woman? Why are you biting me right now?
What are you trying to do with your dirty hands?
Be quiet. What are you doing here? Are you trying to cause some more trouble? I really don't think we need to be doing that right now. Now is the time for us to be happy with each other. We need to forgive each other for what we've done wrong and not hold a grudge.
If you try to touch me one more time, then I'm going to go and get the scissors and I'm going to be cutting things off. Be afraid. Can you see these scissors here? I bought them a few days ago. Get out.
What? Why are you doing this to me? Please, don't hate me like this.
If people just lie there in silence and do nothing, then it means they've got something wrong with them. Isn't that right? This has been really hard for me, and I'm not happy about it at all. You need to leave.
I ended it. I ended it from that day, and it's gonna stay like that.
You don't understand what I'm saying here, do you?
Honey, don't do this.
Do you even realize what a terrible thing I've been through here? Everyone in this world is looking at me, and I really don't like that either.
Do these people even know about you? I don't think they do.
The people at my work are all looking at me. They know what happened. The details were put online and everyone has seen it. They even saw photos. They all know what a pathetic and awful man you are. What kind of a business leader is going to look at this and have the confidence to do business? It was a crime committed in my family, and I had to go through this humiliation. It made me cry tears of blood. There was so much pain for me, and I don't want to go through it. Why did you come here? What was the purpose of this?
You think I came here?
Can we solve our problem with money? Can that be done?
If the documents are received at court, then that can solve the problem much better. I think it's going to be enough. Don't you?
Why did you come here? I want to ask you this.
Do you still live as one family? Is that still going on, or have things changed for you?
What does that mean? Why are you asking me things like that?
I heard all about what's going on. I can't believe that you're going to continue like this. There really isn't anything special for you to hold on to. If I was you, then I'd get out of there and take the money with me. You can take him to court and win a lot of money from him. It was me who uploaded that stuff to the company website. Your husband is going to have to pay a lot of money, and then he's going to get divorced.
I know it was you who uploaded that to the company website. Who else would have done that? You realized that you couldn't get anything done legally, so you started to act up like this. Is that what happened?
If I were you, then I wouldn't stick with that man anymore. Why would I do that to myself? You need to get rid of him. What's wrong with you? You've got no self-esteem? Are you worried about being on your own again? You won't be able to get by without him? I really can't understand your choices here. It just doesn't make sense to me.
We've been talking here for a long time. It should be obvious to you what's going on. My husband cheated on me for 2 years with another woman. You came to talk to me about this topic. You even put that information on the internet. Then you came round and found me again? I don't think there's any other trash like you in the world. What kind of confidence were you expecting me to have?
You? Don't try to turn this on me.
Don't get angry now. You know what you did. I want you to listen to what I'm saying right now. You know I'm right about it. Do you understand my meaning? Do you know what my intention is?
Why is she talking to me like this? What is wrong with this woman? Why does she have to try and put me through all this? Why can't she be nice to me? I think I know what I need to do.
Do you have anything more to say, or are you just going to sit there and say nothing at all? I don't know how I'm going to feel if you keep going on like this. You need to think of some other way of sorting all this out.
Have you fallen out of love with me? I want you to come to the shop one more time. Please do this for me. We were together for 2 years, and now you're just going to let me go like this? How can you do this to me? I don't want our love to end. I thought I really meant something to you. Are you just going to let me walk out of your life like this? I don't want to do that. You can't let me do that. I want you to come and get me and bring me back into your life. Can't we get together for one more drink? You don't want to meet me one last time?
Does this woman not get bored? Does she not get the message? She just doesn't want to give up. How am I going to sort this mess out? I just can't see an easy way out of it. To be honest, I would like to see her one last time. It might help to make me feel better, and she might tell me something useful. I have to be brave right now.
Oh my god, look at this. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. This was uploaded at 3 in the morning, and look at the pictures. Who could have imagined? There's even a photo of the phone. It shows the time and date. It was taken this morning at 2 a.m. Look at the title of this. The Second Betrayal. It sounds like it's from a movie.
Did they go and meet each other one more time? I didn't think that was going to happen.
This is just going to make this drama even worse. I thought it might blow over, but there's no chance of that happening. How could someone do such a thing? I think we might have to go and see what the manager thinks about this. I wonder what she's going to say. This is really bad. I don't think we need to make it any worse than it already is. I don't think we should go getting involved in this. It's really none of our business.
Well, why don't we have a little fun with this? Come on. I really want to know more about it all.
This is a big problem, and you're going to have to be a big girl over it. I don't want it to harm you, but you need to be aware of what's going on. I really don't want you to get hurt over this. You mean so much to me, and it would really break my heart if you were unhappy. I want to talk to you about this right now, and I hope you're going to be able to understand.
I know what's been going on. Dad has been doing some bad things, and he's done it over and over again. You don't need to be so cautious when you're talking to me about this. I've worked it out for myself.
He told me he was sorry over and over, but then he went and did it again. It's really hurting me, and I don't know if I can forgive him over it.
Is it really that bad?
I don't know if you can understand it all at your age. It might not make sense to you. I want to try and explain it to you as calmly as I can. It might make it easier for us all. He didn't do it once or twice. He did it over and over again. He went out and met another woman. He cheated on me. It's really a terrible thing for someone to do.
Oh, Mom, that's too bad.
I want to be nice to you, but you also need to know that I have a life too. I have to do what's right for me.
You're really hurt about this. Is that right?
That's right. It's been really hard for me, and I'm really not happy about what happened. It's hurt me so much inside, and I need to solve the situation. If we go on like this, then it's going to be hard for you too. It started with me, but things are going to get so bad that it's going to affect you as well. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Does it make sense?
I got the approval of my daughter, and then that was it. I divorced my husband and started a new life without him. He didn't just cheat on me once. He did it over and over again for a long period of time. This was a complete humiliation for me, and it was clear that he didn't really care about my feelings. There was only one thing on his mind: himself. I clearly wasn't what he was concerned about. It went on for over 2 years. Why didn't he stop to think about the effect this was going to have on his family? I can't take the fact that he was so selfish. Why didn't he stop to think about us and what this was going to do? I didn't want to be the kind of woman who just turns the other cheek when her husband cheats. Why would I want to do that? I wasn't going to let this happen. Children need a good environment to live in, and that's what I want to give Katie. I don't want her to live in a home where people are deeply unhappy. I worry about that girl too. Does she have no shame? What was she doing with a man like that? She knew he was married, but she didn't care. Why didn't she stop it and find someone else? He knew how much it was hurting me, but still he went and met that girl. When the truth was exposed once more on the internet for all to see, what a terrible humiliation for me. How was I supposed to take that? After I divorced him, I moved back in with my mom and dad. I just put all my effort into getting my doctorate. I spent a lot of time writing my thesis. By doing this, I was hoping to erase the bad memories I had of being with him. I wanted to move on with my life, and this seemed to be the best way to do it. Things seemed to be a lot better after moving company. I always wanted to work in IT. It's been my goal for a long time. Why is that? Do you remember that woman who owned the wine bar? I remember that girl. There was a big drama with her, wasn't there? Why do you mention her now? What's the matter? She got a man and she's going to get married. Really? Is that true? She's going to marry a boy from a good family. They got a lot of money. Really? Is that the truth? When a girl like that gets married, it doesn't mean anything. She doesn't really care about the family. I guess she's only doing it for money. We all know what kind of girl she is. I bet she's going to cheat on that guy too. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Why would she settle down now when she can go and try to steal another man? I think you might be right about that. I thought that was going to happen too. She's clearly not the right kind of girl to get married to. I wonder why anyone would do it. I also heard that he's really rich. He owns a lot of property, including a building near her wine bar. He's gonna throw out all the tenants so she can use it for herself. He's invested a lot of money in remodeling that place. I wonder what it's gonna look like when it's done. She's been running that place, and she was really young. I bet she's got a lot of money for herself now. She must be using her money, too. She must have enough to do that.
How do you know all this? How did you find out?
I find out on social media. I was just looking around and then found out this kind of thing. That guy fell in love with her, and now he's doing all kinds of crazy things for her. He's given her a lot of stuff, I know that. I wonder how much she's costing him. Families have been ruined over all this, and now she's going to get married to him? Do you want to go and have a drink? I'd love to. Let's do that. But before we go, you need to know all about the wedding invitation. You think I need to know about that? It was sent to my phone. I thought they would be able to print some nice wedding invitations, but it seems they didn't do that at all. I guess that's what people do these days. They just send things over mobile. Oh, really? That's a strange thing to do, isn't it?
Is this where the bride's family are going to sit? Here's a gift.
Really? This is a gift? Why are you doing it like this?
What's wrong with it? You think it's too big?
You didn't give a card with it? What is going on here?
It says, congratulations again. I'm hoping for the best, and that's what you deserve.
Thank you so much for this. It's really nice of you to do this.
This is the groom's family, is that right?
That's right. I'm here with the groom.
I've got a gift here for you. I just wanted to give it to you.
Why is it so big? What's going on here? You really wanted to give such a big gift?
I really wanted to do my best to congratulate you guys on this big day. I really thought it was deserved, so I've done my best to give a nice gift.
You didn't leave a card with it? How are they going to know it's from you? Why don't you write something down now so we know who it came from? That way we can thank you properly sometime in the future. I don't know why anyone would want to give such a large gift and not leave a name on it.
I wrote something here. You don't need to worry about that. They'll know who it came from. It says, congratulations again. They'll know what that means. It's obvious to anyone involved here.
Look at that person over there. I know who that is.
I know who it is, too. Why did you say you wanted to meet them?
To go and have a drink with them. That might be a nice thing to do. It's always nice to have a conversation with people.
Really? You want to do that?
Yes, I wanted to mention it to you.
Why?
It's all about the wedding and how things fell apart so easily. After the wedding was done, the wine bar girl and her husband were going to go on honeymoon, but before they even got to the airport, something bad happened. I knew the marriage was going to fall apart sooner rather than later.
You are certainly right about that.
Someone went there and gave a present to each family. Inside the present was some photos. It was of the girl and how she cheated for 2 years. She stole another man's wife, and she's not to be trusted.
I wonder who could have done that. Such an outrageous thing to do. It's like stabbing someone right in the heart. It must have caused them so much pain. I can't imagine doing something like that. They must have been really brave to do it.
It did more than just that. It caused a whole load of financial problems. She wanted money from him, and he wanted money from her. They were blaming each other and demanding money in return. No one wanted to take responsibility for what happened, and it was all a big mess for everyone involved. I'm not sure in the end who had to pay who, but it really was a shocking situation for all involved. Who could have known that the marriage would fall apart so quickly? I guess that's what happens when you're a bad person. Bad things happen to you. They took out a big loan to do some remodeling on a building he owns. He was doing it for her so she could start a business in there, and now that's not going to happen.
You mean he's going to take that building back and not let her use it? Things were going so well for her, and now she lost it all.
I think they're both going to be in financial difficulty because of all this. It's going to be bad for the two of them.
Oh my, they've lost a whole lot of money over this.
It seems to be that way.
Ha! I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Both families got the photos, and they all found out about what had been going on. They all got to know about her dirty little secret and what kind of a girl she was. They were all there and they all saw it. It must have been such a shock for them. I bet they didn't know she was like that. I think they thought she was a nice girl. It must have been so humiliating for his family. I can only imagine what they're going through right now. They're not going to be happy about it. It isn't quite what they were hoping for, is it? Do you want to go and have a drink? I'd love to. Let's go and have a big drink. Things are getting a bit scary around here. I don't know what the neighborhood is coming to. I heard that a pretty young girl started a bar. It's a cheap and nasty place. I really don't know why people want to go to those bars. Who would want to do that? It must be hard for her to make a living from running a place like that. I think maybe she wants to try and find a husband amongst her customers. People get into a lot of trouble when they try and do that kind of thing. It's really not a good idea. What kind of a person puts all these posters all over town? They were on the shop door and on the walls. It must take a brave person to do such a thing. I really don't know what to think about it either. There are so many rumors going around right now. I don't know fact from fiction. It was a cheap bar, but she really put a lot of effort into decorating it. I thought it was going to be shut down. I thought the police were going to come along and close the place. I'm getting too old for all of this. I wouldn't want to go there myself. It might be a good idea if people stay away from that place. I know what's going on around here. I'm not making this up. When people start going to that bar, things are going to get ugly. Bad things are going to happen. Is it really going to be that much of a problem? The woman that works there really can't be that bad. I think she can be. I think she's going to cause some tears around here. If you say so, I'm not so sure about it myself. Let's just hope for the best.
It's so nice to sit here with you and drink this expensive wine.
You really want to be here with me?
You come here a lot. I know your face.
You know that?
You come here about 4 times a week?
I like to drink wine. That's why I come here so often.
What do you do for work?
I'm writing my thesis right now for my doctorate. I hope to become an academic.
He comes here and drinks this expensive wine 4 times a week? He must have a lot of money. He's going to be a professor at a university. Wow, such a good job.
You want to have a glass too? I don't have anyone to drink with, so it'd be nice if you could join me.
Thanks so much. It's really nice to get to know you. I'd love to get to know you better.
My name is David. So nice to meet you.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.